Hey guys, Troy with Mountain Man Treasure here, and just driving to the post office. Got done with the day job. It's now time for the eBay job. If you are just tuning into us, I know we're picking up some new subscribers right now, which is fantastic. I'm really excited about that. I am a part-time reseller on eBay. Also dabble in Mercari. I was doing Poshmark for a little bit, but quite honestly, it got to be too high maintenance for me, and I'm looking at probably closing down that thing and just shutting the doors to the closet. I don't have the time to dedicate that in order to make it actually work. So primarily eBay, and I work at a radio station in the morning, and then when I get off in the afternoon, I start doing the eBay stuff. And right now I've got some packages to drop off because we had pretty good sales over the weekend. This is Monday, December 30th, almost the end of 2019. I am going to get that wrong for so long. I have to date things at work all the time, and for the next month, I'm going to be putting 19 instead of 20. It's going to happen all the time. But yeah, just rolled into the post office, but I'm going to put up, where are we at? We're going to put up over here the things that we sold over the weekend, because it was a pretty good weekend. It wasn't huge, especially with the spike of pre-Christmas sales, but you know what? We did okay. We sold some Christmas items. So let's go over some of the stuff that we sold. I've got my cheat sheet here so that we can look, because it's already all packed up. And I want to remember actually what's all in those boxes in the back seat. The first thing that we sold was a set of replacement cards, 5 little replacement cards from the 1999 board game Pokemon Master Trainer. If you see that game, it's a definite bolo. The one that I found is not in great shape. The box is pretty beat up. The board inside is probably no good, but it's got most of the pieces, and the pieces are in good shape. You can part those things out, because those are expensive games if they are complete. So people that find them that are in good shape, just not complete, we can sell tickets, or sell tickets. We can sell pieces. So yeah, I sold those for, let's see, it was an international sale to Great Britain, and we ended up selling that for the equivalent of just under $20. I paid $8 for the entire thing, so that pretty much pays off the game after fees and shipping and all of that. And so now all the pieces that we sell out of that are profit, so it's going to trickle in, but we'll be fine there. The next thing we sold was Hermie from the old animated classic, the claymation Rudolph, right? You remember Hermie. This is a sealed Hermie from the late 90s, so pretty cool. Not a high dollar thing, but picked it up for 25 cents at a garage sale and sold it for $10. So we made a couple bucks, and somebody got a cool piece of vintage history, right? So those are pretty cool. Chuck Taylors. If you find these things in good condition and they're a decent price, pick them up, because they're almost always going to sell. Even the basics will sell for between 20 and 25 bucks. And that's what happened here. We sold these for $20 plus shipping. Picked them up for $4.99 at Goodwill. They're in very good shape. They're Chuck Taylor Lunar Lawn. I don't know what that is. It's something that they use to make them. I don't know, but apparently it's rare and they don't use it anymore. So it makes them a little bit more valuable. They were a small size, so it took a little bit, but in fantastic shape. And $4.99 into $20. Plus, like I said, they paid shipping, so good deal there. This is a cool one. Picked this up this summer at a garage sale for $1 with a couple other Tonka toys, a little bit newer. Those are still listed. This one, I could not find comps on it anywhere. Even doing web searches, couldn't hardly find any information on this thing as far as what the value was. It just wasn't out there to be sold. It was one of those things that just, it was unfindable. So I guessed. I put it at like $59 and some cents, I think. Right now we're running a sale, a 15% off sale, so it got caught in that. And then somebody sent me an offer of $25. So I figured he was actually fairly serious about it. So countered with, I think, 45, or no, I think I said 47, and he came back at 35. And eventually we settled at $40. So $40 plus shipping for this. I paid $1 for it. I'm thrilled. This is a really cool thing to ship out, and very rare. There are Tonka collectors. So if this guy's a Tonka collector, which I assume he is, if he's paying up for an old toy, he's got something that probably a lot of people don't have. So this is a cool addition for him. This one, a pickup from Walmart. I picked this up on Friday. I think they're older, so they're harder to find. There weren't that many listed, and I could have held out and priced it higher, but I was okay with a quick sale on these. I just wanted to make the money and turn it around. So these were $25 at Walmart. Picked up 2 of them. Sold this one for... it was overseas. I actually listed it Friday. It sold overnight to the UK for the equivalent of about $63. Now that includes international shipping, but it was under 2 pounds, so I got it sent out for $17.95. So we made decent profit on that one. We actually sold this one, a second one, here in the US, and the US listing, I have a sale running, that 15% off sale. So that got caught in that, so it kind of cut down on our profit margin a little bit. So we only made like $5-6 on this one, which, it would have been nice to make more, but again, I bought them Friday and now they're both sold. So that's really cool. Actually picked up a Funko Pop there. I'm going to show you that later in the week, because that's now got, I think, 3 or 4 bids on it already. It's going to go really, really well. I'm really excited about that one. It's going to be a good return for an RA pickup. But yeah, those two both going out over the weekend for an RA deal. That's really, really cool. This one, I had this listed. This was in a bulk buy that I did, so I'm not hardly, I'm maybe a quarter into this CD. Have already made our money back off of this, and this was one of the less desirable ones. I priced it at $7.77 just because it sounded fun, and because it's Alice Cooper, somebody thought it would be fun to send me an offer for $6.66. I kind of dug it, and so I sent them an approval. So yeah, we're sending this out for $6.66 free shipping, but it's media mail, $2.75. We make a couple bucks and clear out a slot in the media bin, so I'm good with that. The Hexbug Nano Spiral accessory set, I don't know what it is. It's sealed. It's a new toy. It was $1 at a garage sale this summer, so picked that up for $1, sold it for $16.77 free shipping. It's very light, so made a couple bucks on that. Mega Constructs, the ODST guy, the little purple guy. I think I've got 2 of these left. They sell really well. We picked these up for $3.99 a while back and sold this for, what was it, $13.47. So again, an item that you don't make a ton of money on, but we make up for it in volume. So we're making a couple bucks at a time, and these guys, they weigh less than an ounce, so super cheap to ship out. They're very small to store. I've just got a little box with a bunch of different Mega Constructs in it for the Halo series. So these sold really well through the Christmas season, and now I think we're just going to trickle here and there and sell a couple. So that guy going out the door. How about a John Deere cap? This is another international sale. This going to the UK. He paid, what did he pay? He paid the equivalent of about $32, just under $32 for a $1 garage sale pickup. So that very good, and it sold. It was like 6 or 7 ounces. So that went out for the half-pound rate internationally, which it doesn't cost much anything. So really good flip on that one. These ones are really cool. I picked these up. I had a really good sourcing weekend. I only picked up a couple of things, and they all sold. So really cool. These are the On Cloud X or Cloud 10 Cloud Tech running shoes. They're very, very lightweight running shoes and a very desirable brand. I'd never actually heard of them before. They're Swiss engineered, made in Switzerland. I looked up, and the comps on these things are pretty high, especially if they're new. On new, they're selling for $150, $160. And the sell-through rate is pretty strong. So if you see these, they're On. You can see there it's like a stylized ON on the side. They're not all straight black. There's black and white, there's black and camo, there's different colorways, but these sold very quickly. These I picked up Saturday afternoon at Goodwill for $7.99. Took them home, threw some Shout spray on them, scrubbed them real quick with a toothbrush. They were really very clean already, but the soles were a little dirty, so I wanted to clean those up. Threw them in the gentle cycle, took them out, let them dry, and listed them on Saturday evening. Had an offer when I woke up Sunday morning for $50. I think they were listed at like 58 or $59. So $50 out of $7.99. That's a profit of what, like 30 some bucks after fees and everything, and they're paying shipping. So yeah, I took that offer and moved them out immediately. So that was a really cool sale. If you're not picking up tennis shoes, guys, you need to start picking those up. Especially right now in January, people are going to start getting back into the gym. They're going to start getting out on the roads. With spring coming, they're looking at tennis shoes. Tennis shoes are great flips. And you got to make sure that you get them in good condition. You got to get the right brands. Brooks, Hoka, obviously On, stuff like that. Nike and Adidas, stuff like that. Though be careful with Nike because there are very many of them. Adidas, the same thing. But do your comps just like anything else. But running shoes can be very, very good. What else? We've got this is a Hershey's vintage snapback hat. It's a K Products. I've had this listed for quite a while. I got this in a bulk garage sale buy. We got almost 2 dozen of these hats for like $10. So we're cents into the, we're maybe 50, 75 cents. I don't know. I didn't do the math. We're less than $1 into these. I had this listed for pretty high, just hoping because it was a K Products, but it just sat. I got a few low offers and it just wasn't moving. So eventually got an offer of $20, and we went back and forth until we hit 27. Plus, free shipping, but it weighs like 6 ounces, so shipping is super cheap. So yeah, $27. He got a good deal. I finally moved something out and decided that I probably had a price too high. I thought it was cooler than what it was. So I'm good with that, $27 out of less than $1. So that's headed out to California. Somebody's going to get a really cool hat. Indiana Jones PC game. This is, I think it originally was a big box game. I just have the jewel case for this. It came in a bunch of other games and stuff. So we're 50 cents into this, something like that. Ended up selling this for $9.77. Again, free shipping. But it's first class, and it's basically the weight of a CD, right? It weighs, I think one's packaged right about 5 or 6 ounces, so it's $3 to send out. You make a couple bucks, and yeah, I'm okay with that. As you've seen, I'm okay with the lower value things if it's a good return on the investment and if they don't take up much space. So this one's going out. The biggest sale of the weekend, this Michael Kors purse. We picked this up at a sale. They had a lot of high-end purses actually at this sale. The lady clearly had a purse problem because a lot of them were they were new or nearly new purses. She would just buy them and not use them. Some of them still had tags. Now this Michael Kors purse did not have tags on it, and the bottom little studs had a little bit of scuffing on it. You could see where it sat on the ground. It moved around a little bit, but it was in fantastic shape otherwise. There was no wear. She never actually used it. So when we bundled all this, they had that labeled at $50, which was still probably an okay deal, but we bundled a bunch of other stuff with it. A lot of it we've already sold. Some shoes, a bag, all sorts of some t-shirts. I've already sold that stuff, so we're well into the profit. This is all profit at this point, but if you figure out what we paid for that when you break down the bundle, we're probably about $30 into the purse, and sent it out for I took an offer of $75 plus shipping, so that was a really nice deal. We'd actually gotten a lot of offers on that from overseas, from the UK, multiple offers from Australia, but they just didn't want to pay enough because it is heavier to ship. It's pushing 3 pounds once it's boxed and protected and everything. So they just didn't want to pay that fee, and I get it. But eventually somebody here in the States gave me a good offer, and we took it. So $75 plus shipping, that's going out. This one, Christmas sells all year long, guys. And this one, people are still thinking Christmas. So this went out. This is an Empire mold. Blow molds are very good. Keep an eye out. Empire is sort of the top of the line. That's the one you really want to look for. This is nothing special. I picked it up for $1 at a sale this summer. There's actually quite a lot of them. There's some different color variations, but I knew it would go eventually. Somebody sent me an offer. I had it listed at just under $25 plus shipping. Somebody sent me an offer of $20, and I took it. So it's $20 plus like $11 shipping. So they're into it over almost $32 or right around there. So they got a really cool piece that's going out the door. Chicago macaroni. This is one of the HO scale trains that we bought in the $50 bulk deal. I'm still going through those. I don't know yet exactly how many we have. I'm just grabbing 2, 3, 4 here and there and researching and listing them. I'm gonna guess that we're about 75 cents maybe in each car, because there's more than 50 there. So put this up to auction, and it didn't do great, $7.99 plus shipping, but again, we're very little into these, so we're well into the profit on the HO scale trains, and this is just another one out the door. The last thing that we sold, it actually happened over the weekend, but they didn't pay until this morning, and this one's awesome. You saw this in a previous video, I hope. If not, go back and check out the haunted doll challenge I had with my buddy Tim Walden. Unfortunately, Tim, I'm just really good at selling haunted dolls, apparently. This is the second one we've listed, second one we've sold. Actually, this doll sold twice. The first time to somebody that I'm kind of glad that the sale didn't go through, because that dude and this dolly was probably going to end up on the news, and I don't need that kind of exposure. We want to keep this a family YouTube channel, but I could not confirm to the original buyer that this doll was possessed by an entity that would keep him company at nighttime. So I said no, and he said, well, then I'd rather cancel the order, and I said thank you. So we canceled that order, we relisted it, and it sold on Sunday. They paid this morning. So our haunted baby Ruth is headed out the door. That's actually not boxed up, but they paid here just a little bit ago, and I wanted to tell folks about it because I think it's awesome. So baby Ruth is going to go out the door tomorrow, $19.99 plus priority shipping. So yeah, if you want to get into it, haunted dolls is it's a niche. They're not high dollar items, but they do sell, guys. Hey guys, back in the shop, and didn't end up getting that video put together last night. So I had some family in town, and family is more important. So we did that, but I care about you guys too. So we're gonna do a little add-on. We're tacking on what sold. Today is the 31st. It is New Year's Eve, and I'm gonna go over the stuff that we sold yesterday on New Year's Eve. So let's run down that real fast. I showed you the the haunted doll, so we ended up shipping that off. Also, we sold a Chewbacca little Lego pen. That was really cool. I thought that would go around Christmas time, but it just didn't. But went to a member of the Facebook group. I can talk this morning. The Resellers Resource Center. Wendy, thank you for that purchase. That's really cool. That going to her son, who is a big Chewy fan, I guess. So very, very cool. So thank you very much for that. And Janine, also a member of the group. She made a purchase yesterday as well, which is really cool. She got to this jiggler guy, the sun jiggler. You put them in the sun and they dance. People have them on their windowsills or whatever. This guy, it picked him up for a quarter, and so nice to see him go out finally. $8, and what was it? $8.31, I think. So Janine, I think she said that was going to her dad. So thank you very much for that. Other stuff. These vintage crayons, guys, sell. I know it sounds weird, but yeah, I picked these up for, I think we're probably about 25 cents in these. It was a bundle deal at a church sale. Same place where we got the Simba plush, actually. And did the comps on these, and they sell pretty well for about 10 or 12 bucks. So picked them up. Somebody sent me an offer of $9 plus shipping. So a lot of them were selling for about $9.99. So I wasn't going to fiddle with trying to get an extra $1 or $2. I just took it. I mean, it's a box of old crayons, right? And was nothing into it. So a quarter into $9 plus shipping, so that's pretty good. Another Mega Constructs going out. This one going to the UK. It was like 25, 45 Great British pounds or something. That's like 30 some bucks. So once again, these things selling really, really well for RA pickups. If you can find those at a good price. Not all of them sell, but especially the Series 10 is what I've been selling a lot of. The Series 11 is out now, and some of those are good. So keep an eye out for that. Do the comps like anything else, but those move pretty well. Something else that's really cool, we sold this coat. This is a ski jacket. I've had this since the summer. I actually picked that up with 2 pair of shoes that I ended up keeping. I got a pair of Vans and then a pair of CrossFit shoes, and I'm using both. They're in great shape. And the kid running the sale, we made a deal for 15 bucks for all 3. So I guess I'm $5 into this. Kept the other 2, and this went out for what was it, 38.05, I think. So this going out, it's had a lot of interest, actually, mostly from overseas. But finally got an offer for that, or got a full price on that. It had a 15% off sale running that we've kept running for a little while. So 38 bucks out of 5. I'll take that. Plus they paid priority shipping. Okay, sorry, got distracted. Got a new bid, so eBay stuff is happening while we're talking here. These handcuffs, or the handcuff case, really cool basket weave leather, very good condition. Picked these up in a bundle of stuff at a garage sale this summer. We're pennies into these, really, because I've got a bunch of old law enforcement stuff along with some hats, with some shirts. We're well into the money on this one, so just under 20 bucks for these. So that's really cool. And the best sale probably of the day, outside of Haunted Baby Ruth, is these vintage metal foil icicles. People used to hang these on the trees. You're going to find these if you hang this on your tree well into the spring. People love these things. Keep an eye out for them at estate sales. You typically find the Christmas room, right, with all the old Christmas stuff. You can find these. I found these at 2 different sales. Got them for $0.25 a piece, sold them for $29.55. So not huge money, but huge money for something that you hardly ever have to pay that much for. And they're slow movers. Some brands do better than others, so check the comps. Sometimes you have to pair up 2 of them together. But yeah, sold really well. Hey, look, it's Mountain Mama. Yeah, now you got to see her. That's all I got for today. Thanks, guys. Bye.